So my name is Derek Hoffman. I'm the area manager for scrap metal services in the Midwest area. The application that we're doing here, this is a Finlay Terex 883. Right now we are running 1/2 inch minus material through the power screener. Basically what we're trying to accomplish is getting the small size fraction shred out of the fines. So this is the finished product here. It's all 1/2 inch minus. So what happens is we run it through the machine. The belt that's going right here is the non-ferrous. This is your aluminum, stainless, dirt, rock. The cross belt magnet that's on there that's moving, that's all the fractions, ferrous fraction that we're wanting to get. It then comes over to this pile and then it's ready to go mill direct. The belt on the back side is the fines, which is basically dirt, and then we're just moving it to the side until we complete the whole pile here. So the reason that we do this application right here is we run the sheet iron through an auto shredder. The product of the auto shredder is called shred or frag. Most of it comes out and we can sell it straight to the mill. But the magnetic field on our drum magnet gets over encumbered, and then we get left with this product here with dirt and fines and kind of heavier gauge fractions. So once that happens, really the only way to get it back out and separate it from the dirt, from the ferrous, is to run it through a power screener and a punch plate. We do it for recycling purposes, you know, the American steel industry, worldwide steel industry, but you know, economically it's very lucrative to capture every piece of metal that you can get. You know, you talk about yield loss and shrinkage and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, typically on an auto shredder, if you buy 100 pounds of steel, you get 75% yield, so you got a 25% yield loss. Well, we can recover some of that yield loss by doing this. And then some of it is just yield loss just across the board because it's foam, dirt, insulation, and that's just, we send that to the landfill. We're recovering about 5 or 6% back out of our yield loss. And again, you know, you was probably at 5% with the big stuff, and then you do this and you recover another, you know, 3%, and now you're up to 8%. So it's very lucrative. One of the other applications you can do with it that's, you know, it's in the scrap industry across the country is when you buy the scrap metal and then it gets put onto a muddy surface, inevitably you're going to lose it into the dirt. So you could technically take the loader, and once we get down to ground zero back here, you could scrape off 4 inches of dirt off of this and then run it through there, and then you're going to capture all the stuff that got into the dirt. And it turns into, it's real dollars. You know, we're just talking about ferrous right now, but if you put it in the non-ferrous equation, you know, you can get ferrous, your non-ferrous, you can clean your yards up. That stuff we run through the power screener as well to get sheet iron to turn back into, you know, your small fractions. So Columbus Equipment brought value. They obviously brought us a really great machine. The service is great. Jesse, Josh, both of them have been fantastic. They were just out here swapping the grates for us. I had a problem as soon as we got it. The first day it was here, I was actually running it personally, and I got a jam, and I called them at 9 o'clock at night, and they answered the phone and helped me right through it. So service, you know, is what I always look for. You can rent a piece of equipment from anybody, but the service is where it's at.